Well, hola, hola, hola. So yeah, I threw you guys off, didn't I? Hey, I am back, and I wanted to. I've got more in the series of 14 for 14, but I wanted to kind of show off my little box. You guys saw me. I shared these with you in one of my adventures in shopping when I went to Joann's and spent my gift card that I got at Christmas. And this is really cool. I'm really very happy how this is working out. I got two of these, and I've been telling the peanut gallery, I go, yeah, I need to go back and get some more, because it's a perfect project organizer for me. So I've got 2 cards worth of supplies in here for the 2 cards that I'm about to shoot. But I got it all in here. I've got, like, for example, I got my stamps right here that I'm going to use. I got a couple of the dies. I'm going to be doing shaker cards. I've been threatening with you guys with them for long enough, haven't I? So I've got all my pieces, my acetate. I've got all the dies that I need except for this one that I just pulled, although I'm going to debate on whether on one of the cards I'm going to use the embossing folder for an A2. That's the thing. So we'll see if I can make it work, or if not, then I will go to the punch plate. So we'll see. But I've got all my papers cut, all my embossing folders, everything already organized and pre-cut. So we have our act together. Don't get used to it, okay? Just putting that out there, okay? and then again, I pulled out all the shaker bits that I have. And for a person who said she didn't have very much Valentine shaker bits, I have an awful lot of Valentine shaker bits. So yeah, we might lay off on that. But I am coming to you. I'm going to start first, I think, with these plates, and this is from, and you know what, this is like the mystery set, so I promise you I'll link it down below in the description box. But this is one of my HSN, pretty sure it was HSN, I don't think it was Diamond Press, their website, but it's these panel dies, which of course make a gorgeous, as far as I'm concerned, beautiful are gonna make beautiful shaker cards. And then these are all the words. You've already seen me use these guys, because we used these in the snome, the gnomes idea, the Christmas gnomes that I didn't use for Christmas, but you know, used them in for Valentine's and just for winter. So I used these already, but I'm bringing them back because it's, you know, it's very love, you know. So I'm going to do those. So what I have already here, I have the 2 panels I have to cut. I have got my words that I'm going to hate, because I've already hated on them once, because I have to, it's, oh, 1 die, yay. And then they cut out all the letters individually, which means I've got to line them up. I hate doing that. Okay, I've already got my strips. What I haven't made up my mind, because I do plan on cutting out these, the background words, the love and the you are going to be cut out of this. And this is this is the rose gold from the Anna Griffin paper. Do I have it handy right here? You guys saw me. That's HSN buy, but all the colors. So I grabbed one of the panels in the rose gold and just cut it up in 1 1/4 inch strips, which is what I need to do the words. And then I grabbed tonic black, but I had 2 tonics. I had a matte black, if you can see, and then I have the glossy shiny black. So I have not made up my mind which one I'm going to use, and I may very well, actually what I'm thinking, I'm going to do 2 different cards, is do one in the matte and one in the glossy, and you guys tell me which one you like more. I couldn't make up my mind, so I'm like, well, what the heck, I have the stuff, I'll make 2. So and then I have, of course, all my panels already cut. I have A2 cards here. I have to grab them right now that are already pre-cut, but these are the panels I'll be using for this card. They'll be pink, they'll be pretty and pink. I should probably cut up some blue, because you know, guys like cards too. So but that, I think that's, and I have my acetate right here. So, oh, look, there's more shaker bits back there. Okay, so let's get to it. Give me a second. What I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to die cut all of these pieces, because really, guys, do you guys really need to see me die cut all of these panels? It's nothing. You put it underneath the paper, you run it through the marquee, and away we go. Okay, so give me a few minutes. I'll be right back, okay? Okay, I'm back, guys. Yes, I am, sir. You guys remember, if you don't remember, these words, I used them in it's Snome time. So I will link you to it. So I just went ahead and put these together. I mean, I die cut, you know, the one layer out of the Better Foo Fancy paper, and then 2 of just plain black cardstock, just so I could dimensionalize this a bit more. So I didn't want to make you guys put up with that. And then, of course, I also showed you the little tape method of putting the words together so that they stay. So I did already the U and the love. Oops, stop. So now they're going to stick to me. So I've done both love and U already here, already mounted on the washi tape that I de-stickify. But I'm going to show you that again because I figured out a neater trick. So I don't know how many of you guys have this, but it will probably work with any ruler, but I know that it worked really well with this my We Are Memory Keeper, my little mat. It's magnetic, and it has the ruler right there. What I did, because the big problem is lining up these letters, and I am not the most coordinated person in the world, and I'm going to go one up. I'm going to show you guys how I did it, and I'm using the longer word. So I just put down my ruler down, and I lined it up on the line, so I could barely see that white line, but I start like my L, so I want you guys to see. I just started my L right here and put it up against a ruler. And you guys know where I'm going with this because you're smart. More likely, most of you are smarter than I am. And then we have the O, and it'll always require a little fine tuning. I seem to do much better with these tweezers. This one in particular, I think, just became my new favorite. Yep. It is just, I love these tweezers. So, and then we'll grab the E. But now it's all about the spacing. And it's coming together a lot faster than the other one did. Than I did the other day when I was doing a week or two ago. When I did it when I was working at my sister's. So it's like, hello, I learned a new trick. But see, that's pretty darn tootin' lined up. And now I'm going to grab washi. So anybody who hasn't watched that video, I now grab a piece of washi. I'm just about switching out to this one because my green one you guys have been seeing for months, it's like almost out. I'm so sad. It's been like my friend. But anyway, I do take some of the tack off. So definitely, I'm just going to just do that a couple of times. I really, which is like counterintuitive. You're like, no, don't take the stick off. Well, because I'm using this as if I were using transfer tape. So anybody that's done any die cutting or anything uses transfer tape. So now it's just mildly tacky, but just enough to pick up the words. And now they're going to stay stuck there until I apply the glue and glue them down onto the card. So here you go, guys. Here's a new trick. I learned, the old lady has brought you something new. Wah! Okay. So I already have all of my pre-cut cards already. So let's start doing some layering here. So I wanted to show you, I've got the panels. So I've got the back panels. So the idea is, of course, I'm going to put these and center it out on the card. So I've got one that I did with the piercing, which is really, really pretty. It does just a fabulous job on one pass. It pierced really, really nice. And then here's the embossing folder. Funny thing, I'm going to use the lighter one, is I used the marquee, and in order to get it to emboss well, I actually had to shim it, which is like, whoa, never had that happen. So I just used literally 2 pieces. Where are they? I figure I could show them to you. I just grabbed 2 pieces of copy paper and just ran them through, just folded over just like this with the folder. And it did a really nice impression. So this is using where is that? It's right here. So it's this embossing folder. So I got these, I forget now these were an HSN thing or it came with my I don't remember. I really don't. But I have these and this one's really pretty. So I'm going to do one of each. So one with the flowers and then one with these, and then we'll mix and match with the front panels. So let's start off with Big Mama, and let's glue down our panels very quickly. Come on, Myra. You got this. You coordinate it. You're all like, yeah, right. We've been watching you. We know you. But I'm just going to go all the way around and not care about how much tape. I'm usually I'll put a little, half an inch gap in there because that's saving me tape. Because I'm that kind of crazy. And then just a little spot in the middle to tack it down that didn't take. Let's do it again. And now I put too much, more than I wanted to. And I noticed this one's a little, okay, there we go. It's like literally, I swear to Pete, I see like a millimeter. I'm not dealing with that. And now let's just center our panel here. So we have, I mean, we're looking at like 1/8 of an inch. Let me stand up and try not to hit the camera with my big fat head. This is the part I hate doing, I swear. There we go, close enough for government work. It just seems a little high over here. Yeah, it's close enough for government work. There we go. So I got this one, and now let's do this one. Hades. There we go. Okay, so now we have our bulk bath panels. So now we're going to go through. So I did, let me show you. So I did die cut these out, and these are amazingness. So how come I have two in the same color? You shouldn't have two in the same color. I goofed there, but okay, so I meant to cut, we'll put this one aside. I wanted to cut one in each color. So this one, this is so, so pretty. Both of them are. They are just, I ended up to really make sure it showed the embossing. I shimmed it with one of those pieces of paper. So I shimmed just because I wanted to get the really, really good embossing. And then the same for this one. This one of these got, I think it's this one. Ran through, I don't see much difference. So I think it's just, it's a different kind of embossing, but if you look at it, look at the paper. Do you see where it's embossed? It's like shiny. It takes out that little bit of pearlized texture out of the paper. So it's a really, really, I think personally, a really cool effect. Now what I found out when I die cut is you've got some really pretty pieces here, like little scroll right here, these little flower guys here, the little bud guy here, this here, and I'm in these two. So I've got little piles right here. I have a pile of the light pink, and I have a pile of the darker shade. And then I got these little guys because we can use these to decorate somehow, some way. I'll figure it out. I'm gonna use these guys. So they're too pretty. So these guys, I'm sorry, they're gonna be added to the shakers. So we will add those in. So I've set these little piles away, and then everything else was disposed of. And I have already, so these just, I mean, the lovely thing about these dies is I just cut out my panels to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, but all my measurements are going to be down below, just so you know. But if you look at this, it die cuts it for you. So it cuts it down to 5 1/4 by 4. So, which is why I had to die cut these panels down to, I mean, mind you, the embossing folder is 4 inches wide. So I was, no matter what, was going to have to. This one does cut out all the way to 5 1/4 by 4 1/2, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So I had to trim it down because it was going to be high. And although I was really, really sorely tempted to trim it a little bit less and then have the white and the pink sticking out, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm tired. That is way too much centering. So I just cheated and made it easy for myself. But that's an idea, guys. I mean, you can, especially on this one, leave it, little lips so you have that double kind of framing, and it would be really, really pretty. But I didn't do it, and there you go. Okay, so we have each one of these. So on this one, my gosh, I felt strongly. My original plan was to put this one on that one, I think, and then we'll set this aside because I can make, remember what I say, if you can make one, make 4. So I went ahead and cut extras, and no, that's not going to work. I mean, it could, but I wanted to have that little bit of contrast. And I think that one looks cute. I don't know which way as words are sticking to me. I don't know. Let's see. Let's go this way, and let's see. I think it doesn't matter, and we'll forget about the color for right now. Okay, wait. Let's not forget about the color. But let's do a comparison here. So we go that way, and this one with this one, and I don't know. I think I actually like it better. Except I got to color change. Let's try that with the different colors. So, oh Lord have mercy. I can't make up my mind. You know what? I'm just going to call it good and leave it like it is. So I have already cut my acetate panels just to save us time. So they are right here. I just want to take my little microfiber towel and dust them off a little tiny bit. But now I'm going to set this one aside for a minute. I'm going to set this one aside for a second or 5. Which one are you? Darker? You're darker. Okay. And let me grab my handy dandy. Although, you know what? Tape would go much faster. Give me a second. Okay, I've come back. I have grabbed some double-sided tape, in that it might take me a little bit longer than wet glue to put it down, but it's going to dry a heck of a lot faster. I won't have any dry time. So I think in the end result, it will balance out. And I checked before I came back on camera and confirmed that 1/4 inch will work. So let me, you know what, hang on. Let me see if I can get at my little handy dandy Sharpie sharp tool. Is it right here? Hello. Okay, we'll use the bigger one. I want to use the smaller orange one, but of course it's buried here. So we'll use this one. This is just, it's the most expensive piece of plastic you'll ever buy in your life. But it's a miter tool that I use for album making. But it's fabulous for doing this. For making these just perfectly straight up. When you're really AR, just putting that out there. Not that I am or anything. Oh, like in spades, people, in spades. But this is great. It just takes it and it makes it a perfectly sharp edge. But this only takes literally seconds. And then I can just apply the acetate to it. I don't have to wait for the glue or be concerned about, oh my God, I smudged it and now I have glue on the acetate. Yada, yada, yada. All the things that I normally do because I'm a putz. Now, oh, here's my bone folder. It's funny how you want to use certain tools for certain things. I just burnish the tape in. Just go around real quick. Okay, where is my other panel? And we'll do it to that one too. Nope, that's the same one. Where is the other one that's different? Okay, so we're putting this on the dark one. So we need, there we go. Sorry. Well, I struggle. Put that down. Okay, now we're going to grab this one. And we'll do the same thing. We're going to go tapey all the way around. Real quick. Let's see. Let me make sure this one. Wow, I didn't check this one, so wow, that's calling it close. Oh. So I'm wondering, because I pulled already my 1/4 inch roll of foam, so we might be calling it really close to use the 1/4 inch. We might, but I have a 1/8 inch. Although I'm really low on it too, so I have to get back on Amazon and order more of it. We'll do this real quick. One more cut. Okay, and then just go all the way around carefully, because this one is a little bit, has more, I don't know, to me this one almost seems more fragile. I don't know why. Okay. Yep, you can't see the tape, and that was what I was concerned about. Now, which one? This one's also taped down. So now, all I do is grab, let's see how I do with my power tweezers. Yep, that's gonna, yeah, I grabbed it. And we'll just remove, actually I'm just gonna remove 2 corners and grab my acetate and put it down, and then remove the other 2. Oh, wait. Got a big back. This was trimmed 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I need to trim it down. Give me a second. Okay, I am back, and I discovered, I went ahead and mounted this panel because I thought it was going to be no big deal, and discovered it's a pain in the butt. So I have gone a different route, which is just take out, when you do this, if you're going to use double-sided tape, just take out a corner. And then line up that corner. It's so much easier. I mean, I literally, what I did is I grabbed it and I used my fingers because I could feel it. When the acetate touched it, I knew it would be pretty cornered in. But then you just get one corner lined up, and it's the same premise as when I do the lettering. But now, although here, see, and I felt it move. That was me. Okay, so now, there we go. You just peel these up, and away you go. So that's just another way of doing it, making it a little less painful. Oh, goodness gracious. There we go. Come on, my pretty. I am struggling to do this because I'm on camera, because trust me, if it were just me here, watching television or whatever, it would be no sweat. There we go. Let me take these and toss them in the trash. So now I have got my acetate on both my top panels. I have my cards here. I'm going to move my little handy dandy other tool that I don't need. And I am ready for foam tape. I am just, which is the one? I think that, oh, this is the one. This is what I'm concerned about. I would much prefer to use 1/4 inch if I can, but let's see if it will let me, because I'm concerned on this panel. So I have to take it like right to the edge, but it looks like it's going to work. So we're going to go ahead and use this. Where are my purpley scissors? Because my purpley scissors are the ones that do well. And there. So can we, that's perfect. Awesome. Okay, so now we got that one done. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to put this all on and not waste your time. I'm back. Okay, I have got my foam on both my panels, and then I went in a little bit here just so that when it doesn't collapse in the middle it wants to. I mean, if I had my way, I'd probably be putting foam down these lines, but then it wouldn't, the shaker bits wouldn't have a lot of place to go. So I'm going to deal with it. Although I may, you know what I can do is scissors. Let's just take a little snippet. Ow. I pinched myself there. And then I'm going to cut it in half real quick. Not too bad. And we're going to put a piece there. Let's see. And a piece there. Oops. It'll still be hidden, right? Right. And it makes a little, I mean, it's not a huge difference. You know what? No. Change my mind. There we go. And that's how I roll, people. Okay. Anyway, the one thing I wanted you to show is I've already done it to this one just to save time. But I've got this lovely little powder thingy majigger or whatever. I know there's a name for it, but it's from EK Tools. I think I got this one on Amazon if I remember correctly. But what it's got baby powder in it. And all I do, I just shake it a little bit. And I go all the way around the edges on any surface that's the sequins could possibly touch so that they don't stick. What happens is there's always going to be a little bit of stickiness on the sides of these guys, of the dimensional tape. So this takes the tack away. So I just shake it up and it smells good. So I mean, you can use cornstarch too. I don't know if this is refillable or not. Or you just buy a new one. I've had this one for a while. You can tell I've worn it down a lot because I like making shaker cards. But it really helps to keep your sequins from sticking to the sides of this. So it's a really cool, ingenious little tool. So if anybody's not seen it, this is way, way nice. Okay, so now we are ready to put our cards together and add shaker bits. So we have to see in that one. Okay, we'll take care of that when I take it down. So now let's see what we're going to use. I have this I think this pink is going to work really well. And this is some of them what I got from Nuvo, from Tonic. And I'm thinking I want to use some of this. Although it's kind of clear, so I need some white. So just to offset it. So we'll grab our whites here. Because everything else is really, really screamy, although, I mean, this would look really pretty, but I'm not feeling it, to be perfectly honest. And why is it leaking? Oh, because this bag is not sealed correctly. Oh, that was nice. It wasn't sealed at all. So, what else do we got here? Do we want to use some of these? I mean, these are pretty big. These are even bigger. Let's see, we have, you know what? Let's grab some, oh, I can add a little bit of that just for punch. Okay, so whatever we do, we've got to add it to the middle. So and I really wanted to see, I think these pearls are 2-dimensional. So I think, let's see, I think they won't move. And when I put this around, put it down, yeah, you can tell they're not going to roll. They're literally not going to roll. I'd have to double up the tape, and I don't want to. If I hold it, let's see. Yeah, they're not going anywhere. So we're not going to use those. So right now they're going to go in a lid for the moment. And I'm going to pinch some out here. These are like really transparent. So And there's another little pearl. You go over here. But there's some stars there too. So we'll just put a little bit of that in there because it's almost like you can't see it. Okay. I'm going to set this aside and hope and pray that I don't knock it the flip over. We have a little errant sequence. I got to add it all to the middle. Or actually, I don't, because I have no intentions. Just, I have no intentions of removing these tapes. Don't need to. They're just here to stabilize. What needs to be removed are the 4 outer edged ones. I'm going to toss that red heart in there just because. And now we're going to grab some of the peachy pink. And we're going to grab the ones that are right on the lid. Oh, I think they look really pretty. Yes, I was right. The peachy pinky ones look really, really nice. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit more. Because more is better, right? As I say, no more isn't better. More is just more. So here's the thing. Now you almost don't see. And I got to be careful. I'm adding all of these the peachy pinks, and I forgot that I'm going to be adding all those pieces in here too. So we're going to add a pinch of white. Let's put at least this I can put back on and seal it. I tend to be overkill on sequins. I get really happy with sequins, so I have to restrain myself. But I want to add a little bit of the white just for a little contrast. Yeah, it definitely needed white. Right? Yeah, that's it. Just a little bit. Okay. And we'll pick up all of these that want to go everywhere but where I want them to. Come on. There we go. Whoever gets this card will now get some of my DNA too. Okay. Now, this one is the lighter one. So I'm going to grab the darker pieces. And there is, I'm crazy. And where are my tweezers? I want them all to be face up. So, and most of these are already because I took the time to put them in piles facing up. But they were just I did this with another shaker card that I made for a card swap with the Scrapbook Expo while we were in shutdown. And I did the same thing. I took all the die cut pieces and I put them in the shaker because they were pretty. So these are this is all stuff. Come on. That came out of the die cut, but what else are we going to do with them? And they're pretty. I mean, I think they are. So, yeah, I'm going to include them as part of the shaker bits just for something different. So, look at if you're making a shaker cards, guys, and you're using die cuts, look at what comes out of the card and see if you can use it. There we go. More DNA. So, yeah, I think I'm going to call it good. Oh, wait, I was going to add, I don't know, I want to add a little tiny punch of red, just a little tiny bit, because it looks beautiful. I mean, this is not because I made it or anything like that. This is all about the paper and all the coolness in there. So, but I am going to grab some of the red ones from here. Just a little tiny bit. Maybe I'll grab a couple of the big white ones, just because they are there. And I don't know when to quit. Okay, yeah, 3. Okay, well, here's a smaller one. And then we'll grab a couple more red ones. Trying to purposefully find another white small one. Yeah. They are right here. Because I'm only one that's crazy enough to be picking through this bag like this. Oh, my God. Okay, we'll put this bag on. And hopefully not pour it all over the table. You guys know I'm perfectly capable of doing that. Okay. And then we'll just add these red ones. And I think that, let me grab a little bit more, okay. It's like I'm trying to pour more, I quit it. And then I can't stop myself. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to take back one of them. No, I'll put a big one. See, I'm sitting here counting out. I have 3 big ones or 3 small ones, so now I have to put 3 big ones in there just because I'm crazed in that way. I'm pure principle because I'm a nut job. I'm going to grab another one because I can feel that one. There's two stuck together. I can feel it. Come here. Maybe not. I guess maybe it's just, never mind. No, they were. See, I'm vindicated. There was 2 stuck together. Okay, I want to put that back in here for the moment. I'll put it back in this little tray so it doesn't fall. But there we got this one. See this one? I noticed things like that. Okay. So now we're literally ready, to close our card up. So we're almost there. We're in the home stretch because after this, all we have to add is our sentiment. So now what we're going to do is essentially, in my personal opinion, the same thing I did when I mounted the acetate, is let me get one corner down. And then we'll put it all down and try not to make a hot mess. And I'm hoping you guys have been able to see this, because if you haven't, please don't hurt me. Or, who knows, I may be just taping this all over again. Because, yeah, I am special. Short bus special. Okay, so we tape that down right there. Yep. Perfect. I should have done all 4 corners, but because now I've got to carefully do this over here. And there we go. And our shaker bits shake. Yay! Woo! Okay, I'm going to do the other one. Give me a second. I'm going to put the other card together and we'll be right back. Okay, kids, I am back. I've got both panels now glued on. Shakers shake. Yay! Now all we're down to is the fine tuning, the fine decorating. So we're going to go with this one first. And because all I have to do is put, and I decided I'm going to do one vertical and one, so basically one portrait, one landscape. So all I have to do is glue down the letters and then glue my word, across the top of it. So, and this is fairly easy in theory, but I'm going to, because I'm a person of the impatient lot, I am going to use my faster drying glue, which in this case is the Nouveau, and put that down. And I'm just going to leave it and so I'll do one first and then do the other one while this one dries. So we are going to write across these letters, and a little carefully right there, because this stuff, now we're gluing on acetate, so I have nothing to camouflage. Remember I was talking about not wanting to use glue on acetate? Well, here I am doing just that. So I'm just going to do that here and here. Right, let me spread it out a little bit, make it flat. Okay. Let me put my lid back on. Now, we are going to stand up so I can center this on right there. And I'm just going to let that sit there. I don't know why I put the tape down, but if I let it dry, I should have no issues. So now, then we're going to come and do the same thing with love. There. Set that. And we're going to come back to you and see if I can pull the tape off. Let's see. I can. So it has dried. There we go. Woohoo. And I will attach that to the arm right here. Ah, perfect. Now, all I have to do is on this, quite frankly, I can even leave the love. I literally can hold this down by just the 2 scrolls, the swirls, which will make this a heck of a lot easier. Yay, because I'm lazy. So I'm actually going to go ahead and, again, take my mess. I am going to glue it, I'm going to scroll it on here, as opposed to doing the puddle method, because there's no point in making a puddle for this little bit. I just have to do it quickly because remember I said fast drying glue. There we go. Take this down. Let's stand up again. Put this down a little bit this way. Yes, yes. And then just press down. Oh my gosh. I love it. Okay, now let's go. Oh, look at that. I'm really happy. Now, I'm going to brainstorm with you guys real quick because I have these pieces still to play with. And these I pulled out of this card. When I cut out the pieces, these pieces right here. So I thought we could glue them down to the inside of this card. So I have one of two options. I mean, we could do the obvious, which is on each side, but I don't think I like the obvious. I'm thinking of just going on the corners. Right? What do you guys think? And put these in each of the corners. Just as an added little, because you got to use, I mean, to me, and trust me, I didn't think about it until I die cut the second one, and then I went back and dug the other 4 out of the trash. I'm that kind of crazy. Yes, I love it. I think it's a great idea. Now, which one is this? Okay, so we'll use the same. Okay, we'll do it that way. Okay, so now I am going to try not to fling things. Apparently, that's going to be the name of the game. I'm going to open this up a little bit so it doesn't want to do that. And we're going to, here I will use the puddle method. And we are going to use Barely Art because I'm going to, hang on a second, I really do feel compelled to do this real quick because of the way I was applying the glue. I don't want this guy to clog on me. But I am going to use the puddle with the Barely Art because I need that extra time with something so dinky. So you guys come here. I normally don't work with the puddle on my right, so let's see if this backfires on me or not. And hopefully you guys can see that yeah, you can. I was not checking the camera angle really well. And where are my tweezers? And we're going to grab one of these guys and just lay it into the puddle. Grab up our glue. Here we go. I'm going to go into this corner first. And that's easy enough. Yay. When it has, okay. I like that. And we got to use these really, really pretty pieces. And yeah, okay, give me a second. I'm going to use up this puddle and do the other card as well. Okay, I'm back. We're ready to do some stamping. So let's grab these cards. I grabbed my Misty. Let me put this over here where it actually belongs. Ooh, I forgot that. Look at that. These stick. Of course, they want to stick together. Wait. That was not right. But I forget. My mat is magnetized. You hear that? They just stick there. Ha ha. But where this one, you go this way. So this means I go this way. Or do I want to stamp this way? Does it matter, really? I'm a crazy person. Now, will I be able to stamp? I think I can. Because this bulks up right here. If not, we'll be pulling out the Tim Holtz in about 30 seconds. We're going to find out. But I went and grabbed the other Valentine stamp set that I bought, the Love Hidden Messages, because I knew it had. And I wanted to use the Happy Valentine's Day. This is the one I wanted to use. And these cards are not really big, so I did not want to use a really big sentiment. Let me take advantage. And though on all of these stamps, you always, before you use it the first time, you want to run, a towel, your hand, your fingers will do, just so you dull them up so they're not shiny anymore. I'm going to put my sentiment. I don't know why I'm worried about where the card is centered on the Misty. I just need the sentiment centered to the card. Hello, Nimrod. Yep, I can grab. It'll be stamping perfectly fine. Except let me put my magnets down just to be safe. Except now they stuck to each other. Rude. I gotta check it before I stamp to make sure. And when I did that, it didn't go off center on me. I think it did. Or it was never centered to start with, but that's okay. We can fix it. Right? I think I go literally like a tiny, the smidgenest of smidgens. There we go. Okay, I can live with that. I'm gonna move you guys over here. Go away. I'm gonna move you guys over here too. Go away. We'll put you up here as well. And then let's ink up. And let's hope that this all goes well. If not, the last hours worth of work was I through. Okay, come on, I can coordinate this. Alrighty, and we'll use a little towel. Just to rub that in. Perfect. Yes. I'm not even going to mess with it. I'm leaving it as is. Yes. And the crowd goes wild. Okay. Yes. Perfection. Yes. So there, we've got it. We've got our sentiments now. But wait, I haven't done this in a very long time. I've been cranking out cards, and I'm always talking about, we have to remember that this is art. You know, don't ever let anybody ever tell you, oh, you're so crafty. That's so cute. No. You know, this is, you know, it may not be, you know, Rembrandt or Van Gogh, but it doesn't, it touches people. You have that ability. So I always say this, and I always want you guys never to forget the ability you have to make a difference, okay? You don't have to be a great artist. You don't have to be famous. You don't have to be Picasso or Van Gogh or Rembrandt or Titian or, you know, Michelangelo. You make a difference with what you do. So don't ever let anybody tell you otherwise. I'm telling you. You would touch it better, even more than Dave, because you could just, every day, you can send out, you put a card, somebody you know it's having a good time, celebrations or a sad time or whatever. Make a card and you make the difference. But I haven't, this stamp has been missing for months. Months. I love it because it says, what I make with my hands, I give with my heart. And it had gone missing, and I forgot what I was looking for the other day. Of course, that's when you know when you find things. The one thing you don't look for, you're not looking for, that's when you find it. I found it in one of my I have this little like apothecary box behind me. And that's where it was, in one of the little drawers. I had forgotten I had put it there. Because I'm a dingleberry. Why am I doing that? I'm using that. I just want to make sure it doesn't want to stick. I may have to. Let me see. Let me clean. Give me a second. Let me clean this and see if it'll stick. So yeah, that's all it needed. Was a little bit of a cleaning. Now it sticks perfectly well. So I'm just going to turn it this way because this is how it's easier for me to ink it up, and because I'm a nut job. Don't make me explain my idiosyncrasies. I don't even understand them. I just know I am compelled to do it. And I've had this stamp. This one I love. I've had it for years. I want to say it is a Stampendous. I don't even know if they make it anymore, but I love it. I was so upset when I thought I had lost it. And just so happy when I found it. Are we good? Oh, we're good. Perfect. See? Red rubber, or in this case, gray rubber. Nothing stamps like that. Photopolymer comes close, but the best always is red rubber. Okay, so now, give me a second. No, I can do this. I'm not going to go away. You just going to have to put up with me. We're going to go this way. We'll take this card over here. We'll put it up here. Let me clean the stamp because I got to move it and then recenter it. There we go. Mr. Bo, seriously, you need to go out right now. This very second, he has given me the look like, Mom, come on. I need to go. Oh. All right, now I do have to hold on. Make you guys hold. Okay, quick. Let's see if we can do this before Mr. Bo comes back. He wants me to let him in, because that's how it is around here. I'm just a door monitor. That's my job here. Okay, so now all I have to do is we're going to put our ink on the stamp, because of course this is rocket science and I need to demo it. I don't know why. There you go. You're stuck with me at least for another couple of minutes. Use a cloth because that way it rubs easier. Right? Beautiful. There we go. So now we've got my stamp. I'm going to put this here to the side, and then let me put my mat back in, my Misty. With my magnets. Let me close this before I stick my fat hand in it. And you always clean your stamp after you use it. And now I am going to clean it on this side as well. And then dry it. And then it's going to go back into the Ziploc bag it lives in. It's back it's in a drawer in my little apothecary, but now I have all the stamps there, and trust me, I'm not forgetting it's there again. It's like, no, that was traumatic enough. Okay, I'm gonna set this aside. I'm gonna put you where you belong over here. And then my last act with this is to grab my favorite pen here. And an artist always, always, always signs their work. So there we go. It's going to get my squiggle, and it is 2022. And then we'll do here, say my little chicken scrawl. And then 2022. And there you go, guys. And there you have it. Valentine cards number 3. I'm just calling this a twofer. I would like to call, if I could, I would say, hey, here's 3 and 4. But no, that's cheating. But there you have it. This was fun. I love these. These are from Diamond Press. These dies are amazing. I cannot say enough. I mean, I love Diamond Press because I do whimsical and cute, but they are stepping up. This is elegant. I mean, all it was paper and shaker bits, but the dies are they're the workhorses. These are, I mean, to me, they're gorgeous. Diamond Press, you guys, thank you, thank you, thank you for making it so easy for me to make a pretty card. Hopefully, you guys have enjoyed this and you learned something. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up. Go ahead and leave me a note. Tell me if you want me to, what else you want to see me do. But I will have more cards. I have another one. It's already in the box waiting to be made. I just think I'm going to call it a night. But again, thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you want to see more of these cards, I've got, we're down 3, so I have 11 more to go. Then subscribe and ring the bell because I'll be back with more cards tomorrow. All right. Thanks a lot for hanging out with me, guys. Have a great evening. Go out and get your craft on. Go make your cards, all right? And, of course, never forget, over here in the scrapping corner of madness, we're all a little mad here. So scrap the madness with me, okay? I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.